Welcome to the session of Take 10 where we're talking about the lobby of your mind. If you've missed any of these, you can just go back or you can go to my blog, Google me at gregoryholly.com, and you'll find a blog that has all of these sessions on there. But here's the strength. I'm going to set your lobby up with 12 pieces of mental furniture. And in those 12 pieces of mental furniture, you can go and sit at any time. And the number one is courage. Why would we say courage being the number one? Because it's at the rear guard. And what is our enemy? Our enemy is discouragement. Any news that can come in all the different ways it comes, anything that can burst into our mind, it has to be relinquished to the lobby of the mind so that you can say, I deal with these things in this, and this manner. The number two piece of furniture I want to put in your mind today is the willingness to bear pain. So just put a big old sign right on that piece of furniture and call it the willingness to bear pain. So why would I need that? I don't want to hurt. Well, success hurts at times. Tiredness, pressure, criticism, failures, growth. And we have to say Jesus repetitively yielded his will to the Father. I don't want to go through pain. I've had enough pain, I feel like, to last me a lifetime. And I would just like to have a whole lot of good times. And we were driving along. Actually, we were on an airplane the other day. My wife leans over and tells me that the Lord spoke to her and said these words. I'm glad that the sheep know his voice, and another they will not hear. So I know she heard from the Lord. She said that the Lord told her that in this season of life now, till she passes, we're relatively young in our life, that he would be comforting her. Now, I like that. But when you take that and look through that, has she no need for the willingness to bear pain anymore? Oh, no. Pain will always be a part of forward movement. But if the Lord is speaking to her specifically, that he can give her comfort and that he will give her a season for the rest of her life where he will bring comfort. It's a lot different to go and sit in a seat of comfort where you know you have willingness to bear pain. My wife has suffered cancer 3 times. I've watched her go through this and that and the other. As a young child, had tuberculosis. I mean, it's just a pain, trouble here, there, everywhere. But success hurts at times. We talk about success. Her physical body, she's grown into a powerful woman, travels and moves and works and goes, and she is full of life. But there's pain there. And she knows that any success that she has will at times bring tiredness. Let's talk about what happens when tiredness bursts into the lobby of the mind and makes its way into the mind to dwell. You see, I'm looking at it different. Instead of the battlefield being in the mind, why don't you put the battlefield out in the lobby, out in the front, and have some predisposition as to the way you will deal with some things. When it hits the back wall, hits courage, let it hit the next part. Hey, I'm willing to bear pain, but tiredness is not going to stop me. Sometimes tiredness can just burst through. And I hear it from those that God has given me the pleasure to guide and lead. Ministers and entrepreneurial businessmen in the 501c3 arena all over the United States. And I have been receiving some of my friends from overseas. And this morning I found a new friend. And he's sending me all kinds of pictures of what he's doing, the baptisms, the great things. And he's been watching from afar, and now he's wanting to tell me what he's doing. You know what my lesson to him will be? Watch the tiredness. Watch the tiredness. It's exciting. I know how it is to stand in the waters of baptism until you can no longer do it by yourself and you have to get someone to help you. I know what it is to travel endlessly on days turn into nights and nights turn into days. Time zones matters not. You sleep when you fall out and you wake up when you have to go to work. And this tiredness begins to battle you, what does it bring? The chief enemy. Up, he's tired now. She's tired now. Let's get some discouragement going. And he whips up a batch of discouragement cookies and feeds you one. And because you're so tired, you just don't want to go through any more pain. And you say, I can't handle this. I can't deal with this. I don't know how to deal with this. And that brings a pressure. A pressure that normally you would handle. A pressure that you would normally just walk away with. Because you see, on the other side of discouragement, pressure's behind that. Pressure pushes its agenda. Pressure always wants you to be the answer for something that you're really not ahead of or you really don't want to do. But if it finds you tired, then it knows that you are going to have subsequent failures in an area that it can do so well. That area is criticism. Criticism will cause you to step back from growth. What if that's what they think? Well, I don't know. Well, I don't want to be, the best thing is to have a good name. I don't want my name. That is not what the Bible was talking about. That is what your daddy was talking about or your mama was talking about, but that's not what the Bible was talking about. Jesus Christ was criticized every day of his life. False accusations, false agendas, everybody trying to pull him down, but yet he fought back. He had a willingness to bear pain. Now, none of us is going to go out and start striping ourselves or start getting barbed wire and wrapping it around our legs so we'll have a constant feeling of the pain. That is not God. But if in your predisposition, your perception of life is that success hurts at times, you will know when you get tired that you need to rest. You may have to talk to some of those around you. You may have to tell some people, hey, I need a few hours. I need a couple of hours. Now, if you need a couple of hours every day, then you maybe need to adjust your private time and you need to adjust how you are accessed. Because if your mind is weary, pressure has an easy access to push discouragement into your back wall of courage and wear it down. Then all it takes is a few people to criticize you. All it takes is somebody putting on Facebook or sending you an email what they don't like. All it takes is somebody coming by who don't matter to a hill of beans, telling you what they think and telling you 40 other people think it, and that's why they're being the one that's bringing it to you. I used to love to tell those folks, go get all those 40 and bring them with you and let's have a decision. They never came, not one time. But you can't just bluff your way through it because you do hurt after they would leave. You know, I pastored for all those years, 40 years, and I can tell you this, every time somebody left the church, I took it personally. I would no longer do that anymore. Many times it's not about me at all. It's just about my willingness to bear pain. So I learned to say it goes with the territory. It goes with what I do. Success hurts at times, and there's tiredness that comes. I've got to refuel. I've got to bring that fuel back in because it will generate some hope. I've got to listen to some podcasts. I've got to get a hold of a Take 10 minute. I've got to get the pressure off of me. And how do I do that? Through praying in the Spirit, reading my word, being strong, listening to inspirational music, fishing, hunting, going this, going that, doing something. It not being the main focus, but growth the main focus. And how did Jesus do that? He repetitively yielded his will to the Father. So now we have two pieces of furniture in the lobby of your mind. I'll tell you on the next session of Take 10 what that third and wonderful seat is that's going to help you a lot. God bless you. Have a great day.